Because players in Japan aren't as chill as the guy who took out Batman's parents, I had to build my own Stunfisk list from scratch. You see, they did the smart thing and only included a single copy in their decks, thus leading to victory. Yeah, clearly they weren't trying to make a YouTube video with an arbitrary rule where the new Pokemon has to be the focus. Anyway, for a single Lightning, Stunfisk does just 30 damage. Thankfully, there's two good after effects on top of Pouncing Trap. First, the defending Pokemon you hit into can't retreat during their next turn. Obviously, they can switch or evolve to break the lock, but used smartly, they're stuck. Secondly, that active Pokemon takes 100 extra damage during your next turn. Again, switching or evolving removes this effect. But I think we all had the same idea when this attack was first revealed. Exactly, we all thought about buying a second life-size Lopunny Love Doll when the first one is at the cleaners. Also pairing it with Mega Lopunny. That thing does 230 damage for a single energy if it just moved into the active. With the Stunfisk boost, that's 330. Since they presumably already have 30 damage on them, that's one-shotting most things. However, there's also something even more forbidden than Exodia. While it never actually worked in my testing, you can break the space-time continuum by Stunfisking somebody early, then double diplining them for 100 extra damage. It's extremely convoluted and way more work in a deck that is successful without it, but since one is doing the smart thing, stop me. So the good news is that this is a great matchup for Stunfisk. The bad news is that there's no reason to use Stunfisk in this matchup. The great news is it's a great matchup for Stunfisk. The bad news is that there's no actual reason to use Stunfisk. Alright, so I guess we get the Tatsugiri. And I'm not going to Rotom because that's dumb. We'll go get Buneary and then a Dunsparce. Because I don't believe I have Fan Rotom in the list. Yeah, I just kind of slapped this one together. I was like, hey, what if we played all these things in the list? So Pouncing Trap. I don't believe I play Brave Bangle. But the thing is, they need to play Prime Catcher this turn. And that's about all I can do. They can play Switch or Prime Catcher. What the hell does Komala Harris do? Oh, it's a hilarious tech card that I just wanted to throw in here for no reason. It is both active Pokemon are asleep, and Komala Harris does 100 extra damage. So you Pouncing Trap for 30. Oh, this is great. See, this is exactly why I put the Latias in the list. Oh, this is great. They're not going to like this. Oh, and there's an Iono. Well, I don't think we use the Iono. We do go for Dudunsparce, though. So yeah, this is hilarious. Both active Pokemon are asleep, so I get 2 coin flips. They only get 1. And I do 130 back-to-back turns, essentially. So I just thought it'd be a really funny card to at least try out. You know, I don't know if it's necessarily good, but I just wanted to try it out. All right, so we're going to go Stunfisk again, buy ourselves another turn. And then we basically just win the game, right? That's all it is. We basically just win the game. Because if this Mew could have retreated, there was a very high probability they amp me very much. But, I mean, we have Mega Lopunny, so it's not a big deal. But I'm drawing a ton of cards. We're taking a knockout. It's going to be great. And Idris, because they're adding Expanded. Well, we don't know what they're doing with Expanded. Because they said they're adding Expanded in, like, increments. But we don't know what that means, right? They're going to maybe add, like, 1 set at a time, maybe starting later this year. That'll probably break the game. So, we don't know. Yeah, they're going to try to add Expanded. And maybe they're going to add some new trainer trials and stuff. And then, yes, next year is going to be really cool. Hopefully, we get a GX mechanic or something that'll be really nice. I would really be happy if we had once per game mechanics return. I do miss V-Star powers. I miss GX attacks. And they got the stupid Prime Catcher off the Mew. Okay, that's unfortunate. That is highly unfortunate, but we're actually in a fine spot here. Because we have a very easy knockout on that Mew whenever we want. Just, of course they Mew into the Prime Catcher. Oh, you know, what's the one card in your... I have 1 card in my deck that can save me. There's literally 1 singular card in my deck that can save me here. And I got it. Okay, so we put the Fez down. I think I just use Iono. I mean, I guess... No, we just use Iono here. Because I have Tatsugiri, I have Dunsparce, I have Fezandipiti, so we have all the things. We have literally all the things now. And then I want to save the bench spot for a Buneary, which I'm assuming I have a 3rd one of. I hope I have a 3rd one of. If I don't have a 3rd one of, we're really screwed. All right, so Dunsparce, please get me a Buneary. Oh, that's a Mega Signal. I told you, if you play Arven in a deck, you have to have a Mega Signal. We do not have another Buneary. However, Zekrom is not in one-shot territory, so I think if we just knock out, if we give them a Handy, and then we knock out like a Miraidon, we should be okay. So let's go attach the Lightning, because I don't want to waste the Jet energy quite yet. If this is like an Arven, I'll take it. A Lily's, no. Definitely not a Lily's. We are not taking a Lily's in this situation. I mean, you know I want to take the Komala here. But this is definitely just Lopunny and Gale Thrust. But this is pretty cool. If they hadn't ripped that stupid Prime Catcher off of the Mew draw of 3, the Stunfisk would have knocked out a Mew EX, and that would have been hilarious. So, of course, PDCGL took that from us. And did I forget to Artazon for a Dunsparce? That's my bad. I should have Artazon for a Dunsparce to put that in there, but I was, I was singularly minded on the Buneary. So that is my bad. But yes, to get back to what I was saying, I really hope we get GX effects, V-Star powers, some once per game mechanic. If the rumor is true that Winds and Waves, which should be revealed next week, if the rumor is true that the mechanic for the new generation is that you can bring a Pokemon back from the card graveyard, like with Monster Reborn, but it's more powerful, I guess the once per game mechanic would be you can, like, it's like a V-Union effect. Like maybe they'll bring back V-Unions or something, and it'd just be terrible. I guess they might bring back V-Unions or something. Oh, and I should not have put the Fezandipiti down. I'm just realizing that I'm an idiot, but they wasted their Prime Catcher. So if they hadn't used their Prime Catcher, I should not have done that, because obviously we'd be in a position where they could just Prime Catcher a Latias and then bosses a Fez. So that was an oopsie on my part here. And also the Dunsparce move was also an oopsie. Ooh, this is hilarious. Okay, hang on. We can maybe do some funny things here. All right, so let's Super Rod in, the Buneary. Do I just Crushing Pulse or do I Stunfisk? I think we Stunfisk, right? I think Stunfisk makes the most sense here. And yeah, we'll go for another Buneary. I can't use Spiky Hopper. We're going to save the Lightning Energy. Simply because if I get a Jet Energy, then okay, then I can't do anything because this game hates my face. All right, so we go Retreat into Stunfisk. We don't want to play with our balls quite yet. Then we just go Pouncing Trap. Yeah, so that was my backup attack. I was going to maybe try to Rotom. Right, I was going to try to maybe Rotom, get rid of any switch cards they might have. That's why I do like the Rotom in the list, is that it gets rid of all their items and tool cards. The tool cards don't really matter. But getting rid of their switches and their Prime Catchers, that's very, very good. And they got the stupid switch. Are you kidding me with this? Why did they wait like 20 minutes to make their move? They had the switch the entire time. But as long as they don't have a bosses, we'll be okay. Okay, the Battle Cage is fine. But this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. They've had the Prime Catcher the turn they needed it. They had the switch the turn they needed it. And I'm still going to win because I'm that good. But obviously the issue here is that my Mega Lopunny gets knocked out by a lot of different things. So we have to attack with this Lopunny. We have to attack with a fresh Lopunny. They got Judge again. And then we have to hope they don't have Zekrom. Okay, well, that's fine. But we have to hope they don't have Zekrom. So in this situation, am I going to try to target the Fez? Because obviously the Zekrom is going to be the biggest issue. The Zekrom can do 330 damage. They didn't know. They didn't know. They thought they couldn't attack. They thought they forgot that they switched. I just have that effect on people where they just get absolutely bonered when they see me. They just get absolute boner city here. No, it's not a paid actor. What do you mean? Oh, I guess I didn't need to do that. I could just Pouncing Trapped and that would have been fine. I also made a mistake. I also made an oopsie. And then we can just go Gale Thrust. And Jaw, how long until PDCGL adds microtransactions? They keep reiterating we're not doing microtransactions. And there's my switch. So Pokemon Proxies just added proxy cards for all the new Chaos Rising cards. It's not looking like I'll do my Beedrill preview this coming weekend because they've only revealed the Beedrill this week, so it's like there's not really a point. But I can tell you right now, if you haven't checked out the Discord, this is probably going to be the best card in Chaos Rising. It's crazy to say out loud, but this has a very high probability of being the best card in TCG Pocket. There's the Zekrom. They have everything they need. But because they didn't take a knockout last turn and they made an oopsie, then they can't win. Because Briar doesn't do it. They got nothing. So B Rumble. Have 3 Beedrill in play. Do 330 damage for 1 grass. Between Forest of Vitality and Dawn and Bug Catching Set and Poké Pad and Ultra Ball, this is not going to be difficult. You know, you play 2 redeemable tickets and you're golden. Like a goose. So I'll probably wait another week to do my Beedrill preview with all the other cards revealed over the next 8 days or whatever. And then on March 8th, I'll do my full Chaos Rising preview because, yes, we'll know all of Chaos Rising, which is crazy to say. But yes, this card looks amazing, and I can't wait to try it. Okay, so we have game as long as I can get a Lopunny. And I'm just gonna, you know, double check the deck here real quick. Oh, actually, we have Ursaluna. We just have good old Ursaluna. We don't even need the stinky bunny. Boom. And unfortunately, the baby Beedrill is rotating, but there you go. See, you can easily win with Stunfisk even when you prize everything and they get everything. So any card with Beedrill in its name, unfortunately, this is going to be the only Beedrill in Standard. The 151 Beedrill rotates 2 months before this comes out. In Expanded, it's nuts, but I think this is going to be the best card in Chaos Rising, though we still have like 60 cards to go. Mamoswine in 2026 is crazy work. I feel like I'm just going to Lilies. They have an Iono in their hand. That's what they grab with the Pokegear. So, of course, we get nothing playable. I guess I just Air Balloon this guy. Itchy Paul in for 20. Because they can't play any items, unless they have Grand Tree, they're not doing anything. So the only way they're doing anything this turn is if they have Grand Tree. I can't remember if we saw their Ace-Spec in the mulligan. They're probably just going to Iono. They're going to attach an energy, Iono, call for family. This is a very easily winnable matchup simply because I can just Stunfist their Pidgeot. Assuming they have, I assume they have Pidgeot. But there's going to be a lot of stage 2s in there, and we don't have a playable hand. So if you're wondering, what does the Zapdos do? I was just looking for fun cards, okay? This is a promo that you've probably never seen before. I was just thinking, hey, this card's kind of interesting, isn't it? This card kind of slaps cheeks. Okay, they got everything. We're fine. We are in this one. That is an unfortunate top deck. I do not want to play with my balls that hard right now. I think keeping as many cards as possible is going to behoove us more. So let's get rid of Ultra Ball. Okay, never mind. Should have played the Ultra Ball. Should have got rid of the energy. Never mind. How stupid of me. Oh my god. Okay. Yep. No. Should not have listened to chat and put Iris in the deck. So if you don't know, Iris is discard a card, drop to 6. Yeah. I was thinking, oh, you know, I should just get rid of the Ultra Ball because we'll need that energy for next turn to prep everybody and do the smart thing. But the fact that they can't play their items is kind of hilarious. So they can't get, you know, their Piloswine. As soon as they get Mamoswine set up, that's when the deck starts humming. Because the Mamoswine just gets evolutions, I believe. Or is it any Pokemon? I think it just gets any Pokemon. Okay, there's a Frostlass. That's great. They don't have any abilities yet. And I mean, I should probably thin the deck with Electric Generator, but the fact that we've seen half of our Lightning Energy, yeah, we've seen literally half of our Lightning Energy. I don't think we're going to hit on the Jenny. And Zenith, thank you. Yes, Dragonair is any evolution. Mamoswine is just go get any Pokemon. The fact that they have not had access, Ah, you joke's on you. My hand is only ways to get that Snorunt out of the active. Joke's on you, buddy. I'm sucking huge butts. Okay, well, that's a terrible top deck. All right, well, I have to take the knockout, which is kind of unfortunate. Which is kind of... I was trying to make a pun, but there isn't really one there. All right, so they're just kind of doing nothing. This could actually... Unironically, this could be a situation where Tapu Koko EX is actually good. I understand that it's weak to fighting, and Mamoswine is a fighting type, and they have Blaziken and all that. But until they can knock out my Badoo, their deck is doing nothing. I probably would have just evolved the bench one and called for family one more time, unless they're out of... Oh, this is comedy at its finest right here. This is great. Oh, why do I have so many damn counter gain? Okay, so... this is just great. You know, I probably should only have one I should probably have 0 counter gain, to be completely honest with you. If I have Generator. Counter gain's kind of useless. I just, you know, I have the Zapdos. I have Tapu Koko. I have a really weird Stunfisk that paralyzes and discards an energy. All right, so the deck is going to do its thing now. So Mammoth Hauler, just go get any Pokemon. And Rumbling March, it doesn't matter, because everyone in my deck can get knocked out by Rumbling March. I have Mega Magnetric, I have Tapu Koko. But the cool thing is all of their basics and stage 1s don't have an ability, but all their stage 2s have abilities. And they're currently doing nothing, and I am the greatest, most handsomest player in the history of the world. Who apparently can't find any good cards in his life. All right, you know what? You want to knock out the Tapu Koko? Be my guest. All you're going to do is activate counter gain, and that's all I want. And also, apparently, Zapdos might get in there here. So I think by giving them the Tapu Koko and tempting them, it's like putting toes in front of my face, right? You tempt them so they take the bait. Meanwhile, they don't notice that, oh no, this is... So on turn 6, they're finally going to start doing something. And yes, I did not know where that joke was going, so I distracted you. It's called Pocket Sand. That's Trust Your Pilot's Pocket Sand. It's called a distraction. Because I had no idea where that joke was going to go, and I kind of didn't like where it could have gone, so I stopped myself before I canceled myself. That's what we do in Trust Your Pilot's world. We don't get canceled. That's the whole goal. Speaking of holes, I'm going to be double fisting Erica on Saturday, so make sure you watch that stream. And then we finally get a supporter. And watch me get... I knew we were going to get one off of that. That was pretty much guaranteed. Okay, so let's go. Air Balloon. Double counter gain on Zapdos and Tapu Koko for literally no reason. And I can do 180 to the Mamoswine, but I don't think we want to do that. There's the Stunfisk, baby. Okay, Stunfisk down. Oh, this is great. This is hilarious. Okay. So I think in this situation, I think I retreat into the Stunfisk, right? Because they're going to go for the Tapu Koko. I'm going to masterfully bait them, and if they don't go for the Tapu Koko, do you understand what's about to happen? Do you understand what amazing thing is about to happen? Something you have never seen before. I can guarantee you this. You're about to see something truly amazing. And no, it's not a foot reveal. It is something better than a foot reveal. As long as they don't screw it up and play a switch card or something, as long as they just go for an Earthen Vessel, and they get rid of the TM Evolution, and they just be a normal person who's not weird, and doesn't, you know, not like feet, and who likes hands. Imagine liking hands. Do you understand how dirty hands are? Like feet, you keep them safe all day. 220 damage kilometers. We're going to do 220 damage with a Badoo on a Mamoswine. It's going to be glorious. If only we were losing the game, I could do 220 to a backup Mamoswine, but that's not possible. I wish we could. And I believe Tapu Koko was just if any of your Pokemon were knocked out by damage. But we're not doing that. That's the smart thing to do. That would build up more damage on the field. We're not doing that. We're going to Badoo for 220 and knock out the stupid Mamoswine. You think I'm going to do the smart thing and let Frostlass build up more damage on the field when I can do 220 damage with a freaking Badoo? You're out of your mind. Uh-oh. Wait, they did take the bait. So this is great. We can do this multiple times. I told you, you have to masterfully bait people for them to respect you. When you get into a room, masterfully bait everyone as soon as you can, and then they will respect you. And also we have access to Counter Catcher, but I can't use it right now. Though I guess technically, no, we can't. I was going to say we could. Oh no, we can do the thing. Oh, okay, I have to do it. I have to do it. I have to bring up the... No. Pilot, control yourself. Wait, what? Wait, what? It's... Wait. What? This should be doing... Hang... What? What did I miss? So why didn't weakness count? What am I missing? What did I miss? Does Stunfisk screw up the weakness? Oh, it's after applying weakness and resistance. Oh, that's so boring. Boo, boo PDCGL, boo. I was so excited. So it's after applying weakness and resistance. You've ruined my life, PDCGL. I will never forgive you for this. I mean, we're still fine. But, you know, the classic PDCGL player not knowing how to read. I just assumed it was before weakness and resistance. That's boring. I guess you could really kind of abuse that really well. And then there goes all my counter catchers. Great. But isn't that really boring? So, I mean, what I want to do is just bring up the Pidgeot because they have no energy in the discard pile. So if I can just bring up the Pidgeot and Pouncing Trap, there's nothing they can do. Because they probably just assume, oh, he's going to take a knockout of my Mamoswine. No, I'm going to bring up your Pidgeot and not let it retreat and then knock out your Pidgeot. Though I guess technically the Blaziken makes more sense because it needs a fire to attack, whereas Pidgeot can just take a knockout however it wants. So no, it does make more sense to go for the Blaziken. Though first things first, I do have to find, you know, the thingy thing. All right, so let's Nest Ball. We have a third Frostlass. We don't need Rotom or Mega Manectric. Mega Manectric could be a way to win the game, but we don't need it right now. So I'll show it to them, be like, hey, I got a Mega Manectric in this deck. Actually, no, we'll get the Rotom. No, we'll stunt on and be like, I got a Mega Manectric, bro. You better watch out. And then, of course, I won't get a counter catcher, even though we have 3 in the deck. Case in point, we have 3 in the deck and we never find one. Okay, so we're gonna have to do it next turn. Because I don't actually want to take this knockout. Because if I take the knockout, that sends their energy to the discard pile. Actually, no, that'll still do it. So I have to let the energy go to the discard pile. But as long as they don't have a fire energy, then we're okay. And even if they do have a fire energy, Blaziken can't attack on back-to-back turns. So if I just Stunfisk them a bunch of times, there's nothing they can do. And we win the game that way. And I can always Mega Manectric. So this Mamoswine is going to get knocked out. I don't believe I have de-evolution. I think I forgot to put that in here. But they are overcommitting their energy, which is great for us. They're, you know, being smart, thinning out their deck. They keep getting that Fez every single time. It's like one of these times that Fezandipiti is going to do something. All right. There's no way we don't get what we need here, right? There's absolutely no shot that we don't get everything we need. I can even play cards when it's not even my turn. Oh, I broke the game. Okay, there we go. Good. So in this situation, I think we go for an Electrike because that's funny. And then we go attach. And then can I please get one of my million counter catchers that are in the deck? There's literally 3 of them. Thank you. Oh, I shouldn't have attached that lightning. Don't worry about it. All right, so I think that's GG because not only do they need to get a fire energy on this Blaziken, because obviously this Mamoswine's getting knocked out, so they'll have a fighting, but they need to find a fire energy. Even if they find the fire energy and do the thing, that's totally fine because I have Legacy Energy. We should be okay. And I can always bring up the Pidgeot because Pidgeot's a problem. But I definitely needed the Legacy Energy this turn, not next turn. So there is a decent chance that we lose this game because I just, I had one turn where things didn't go well. But if they don't have a fire energy, that's GG's. And I think that's 100% GG's because they're probably going to go for Fez. Going for Fez. They also have Tinkaton. Okay, but I think, hang on, I'm just running through the Professor Turo's scenarios in my head. Even if everything goes their way, if I just Stunfisk the Blaziken next turn, like let's say they get the Smolder Salt, they knock out my Stunfisk this turn. If I can Stunfisk them one more time, they don't have an attack, so a boss's orders doesn't matter. They would need a switch or a Jet Energy or a Turos or something, which I'm assuming they don't have. So my duty is clear here. We just go Stunfisk, Legacy Energy, hit the Blaze. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is this going to be a situation where this works against me? Hang on. Is this a situation where this is going to actually work against me here? Because I don't want to knock them out. Oh, we got a de-evolution. Never mind. That is game, right? 1/3. Yeah, okay. So I didn't think we had de-evolution, but we're just going to go de-evolution. So the funny thing is that if I'd taken a knockout of the Blaziken, which I would have done, they would have had a free attack, which would have probably allowed them to win the game because they were just the bosses away from winning. So I think that was a situation where Stunfisk is actually bad, but I'm so good at this. Oh, we prized our second Stunfisk, so it didn't matter. I am literally the best Stunfisk player in the world, and you can't disprove that because look at my win rate. The only reason I have so many losses is because I faced 2 Pecharunt EX decks in a row, and I was just like, yeah, we're not winning those, so I conceded. And let that be a lesson. When life gets difficult, just give up. I think my only hope here is that they just don't really have it like that. Oh, hey, we have our Iron Hands. We didn't prize both of them like last game against Alakazam when we definitely need it. Okay, so I think we prized 2 Tynamo this time. I'm sorry. Instead of prizing 2 Iron Hands, we prized 2 Tynamo. Of course. Why wouldn't we prize 2 Tynamo? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me with that? All right. Okay. This game is having a laugh with us right now. All right, but we can very easily do the thing. I just need to hit a Jenny. We need to hit 2 Jennies. Oh, this is bad. This just got much, much worse. So if they get a Post-Wick, they're knocking out Stunfisk because Lightning doesn't resist Metal anymore. Why do I even try? Why do I even try in life? What is the point of life? There is no point in life. Okay, but we have a chancey here. This is our best chance of winning the game. I can take 3 prizes on this Zacian. I cannot take 3 prizes on a Zacian anymore because of this stupid top decking and energy when we need it. So we hit 0 at the... Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. We got a Zekrom. I think we also... do I go and get like Fez? Because we have Air Balloon. I think I go get just a Zekrom. I believe in the heart of the cards. I believe in the heart of the cards here. We're going to go for Air Balloon, Electric Generator. Everything is about to go our way. I can guarantee you that. Okay, here we go. We just need one off of the second Jenny. That's it. Just one off Jenny number 2 and we win the game. Stunfisk is the best card ever made. Stunfisk is the best card ever made. Unfortunately, we're about to lose this game because PDCGL hates me. But I did this. I made this happen. Okay. Now what do? We took our 3 prizes. They're going to knock out a Tynamo. I got a Tynamo. We have bosses. We can bump their Postwick. So I think Tynamo's getting knocked out. As long as they don't go... Okay, they need Hop's Choice Band, Archaludon, Energy, and I think they have it, and they knock out my Iron Hands. But then they can't use Brave Slash next turn. So things are bad, but they're also not horrible. So they're going to go Hop's Choice Band, Energy. Oh my goodness. This is insane. And they didn't even need to use the Earthen Vessel. Okay. We have to bump the Postwick and then hope they don't have a Postwick. That's where we're at right now. Is we have to bump the Postwick, hope they don't have a Postwick, and we can win this one. Because I can just Iron Hands this Zacian again. Ooh, that's great. That is perfect. Okay. So Town Store first. Yeah, we'll go... We have to go and get the Fez, because we have Miraidon, which can get us the thing. And then, yeah, we Town Store. Oh, we got Counter Gain. Wait, is Counter Gain... Wait, Counter Gain Zekrom. Counter Gain Zekrom does it? Yeah, if we just go Counter Gain Zekrom. I mean, as much as I want to go for the Stunfisk play, I will try. But I think we go Fez first. If we just get a... Oh my god. Oh no, we're not. We're tied on prizes. We're tied on prizes. Don't worry. I saw it. I saw it. Okay, so if I hit him with the Tynamo and then attach to you, Counter Gain... And then what happens if I bosses? Is bosses the smart thing or the dumb thing? I want to do the cool thing and just win the game next turn with an Iron Hands. So of course we're not going to do that. That would be too fun. So they're going to go and do the thing. They're going to knock out Stunfisk, Tynamo if they find a Postwick. But I'm just a Jenny with 2 energy away from winning. Also, I should have saved the Counter Gain. Yeah, I should have saved the Counter Gain for the Iron Hands. That was my bad. Oh, they had Prime Catcher. Okay, so that's terrible. Oh, and they have Latias. Cool. All right. Well, we have Zekrom. They're not doing the thing, and we have an Iono to 1. So we basically forced them to use their Prime Catcher, which is great. Right? Forcing them to use their Prime Catcher just makes their win condition, their ability to win this game, much more difficult. So we have a Zekrom this turn, unless PDCGL hates me. We don't have an Air Balloon. But this guy is active, so we go Tynamo in the active. I'm going to Iono. Okay, that's actually good. Well, this isn't really a Hops deck, right? This is a Archaludon. This is an Archaludon deck that has a Hops card. Okay, so step 1, attach to the Zekrom. Step 2, lotion your feet. Okay, and then we have to Iono, then we have to get an electric. If we don't get electric or electric generator, we lose the game. Are you testing my patience right now? I can't shuffle the deck. I will shuffle the deck before Jennying. Are you freaking kidding me right now? That I have 3 electric in the deck and we can't find 1. Okay, so I have to go Nest Ball. That shuffles. There's 3 in the deck, and there's 2 Poké Pad. And we can't even... Okay. Okay, but we have 6 lightning energy in the deck. For 1 generator, we need 1. We're going to look at the top 5 cards of my deck. We need 1. Oh my goodness. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, no, this is great. This is great. We have to counter catcher the Archaludon. And then we have to retreat into the Stunfisk. We have to Pouncing Trap. There is no possible universe where we whiff a generator, can't find any Poké Pad, and whiff 3 electric. That is literally impossible. Okay, well, that doesn't matter. The problem, of course, is that when I knock out the Archaludon, that's bad. So we just need to... Oh, there's an Arven. Okay, so we have the thing. Yeah, we have a Future Booster. We have Arven for Poké Pad. Actually, we have... Wait, does Prime Catcher do anything, or do I just go for Poké Pad? Because they can still do things, which is bad for us. We have to go for the electric. I have to go electric. Okay, Iron Hands. But if I put the hands down, that's bad. But yeah, I realistically just have to Future Booster the Iron Hands and then hope we get a playable card at some point, which is something we haven't been doing lately. Because unless they top deck out of this, unless, you know, they have better luck than me, you know, they have a 35 card deck, and if they get one of their switch cards, as opposed to me not finding any of my 6 cards that would help me out. Okay, there's a Prime Catcher. That doesn't help us this turn. But it does allow us to knock out the Hopzation. Oh, I am in such a dilly of a pickle right now. Because if I go for the Hopzation, yeah, I don't know what to do. There's literally no good option here. I think I have to Prime Catcher the Zacian, knock it out with Voltage Burst. No, because this only does 220. Oh, because it damages itself. Oh, I forgot. I thought it was the discard one. Okay, so yeah, energy wins them the game anyway. So yeah, if they would have gotten an energy, we lose either way. And I'm assuming that's what they have. But if I can top deck an energy, we'll be fine. Oh my god, please, top deck an energy, top deck an energy. Oh, there's the bosses. Wait, they conceded. Oh, we would have... Okay, so what happened there is I forgot that Zekrom damages itself. I thought with 230 hit points, oh, Zekrom will survive a 220 damage attack, but I was so focused on what I needed to do. But if I Stunfist one more time, they were just an energy away from knocking out my Stunfist with the Archaludon. So it was really a damned if I do, damned if I don't. Because if I Stunfist, they're still retreat locked. If they get an energy, they knock out the Stunfist. So luckily they conceded because we were kind of screwed. We are facing off against a Psychopath. They're playing a Mega Audino deck. Okay, so there's an Applin and an Energy. A smart person would just attach the Grass Energy. Actually, I think I will do that because they're not doing anything. I'm just going to put the Air Balloon on the active. We're going to Lilies because they're just going to Kaleido Waltz. That's all they're doing. They're just going to Kaleido Waltz, and that's going to be really bad. And I have everything I need for next turn. So we're just going to spew some goo. We're going to spray some fluid. And that Mega Audino is going to be stuck there. Unless they have a Prime Catcher, but they probably played Neo Upper or something, or Hero's Cape or something. Well, I think we're about to find out what their ace spec is. Maybe it's Trolley? Because, I mean, if they have an energy in hand, they'll be fine. If they don't, they'll go for Earthen Vessel. But for those of you who haven't watched my video, I highly recommend doing... The Arven makes me think it's Sparkling Crystal. Oh, they think they can win. They think the Cornerstone wins them the game. They think, oh, you think that Cornerstone wins you the game? Well, I have something waiting for you that you might not like. Are you free? I never went 3-0. I played that deck for 3 hours. I never went 3-0. The first time in history I play against Mega Oddno, they get 3 heads. How? How? Can somebody explain to me how? The rival in Sun and Moon, can someone explain to me how? I told you Mega Oddno is good. Yeah, Mega Oddno is the GOAT. The GOAT, bro. Okay, we got the top deck of Lilies, which is great. Oh, did I just evolve the wrong thing? And we prized 2 Diplin. Are you freaking kidding me? I evolved the wrong Applin, and then we prized 2 Diplin. What is happening? Did we also prize the Shaymin? Okay, we didn't prize the Shaymin. I don't even understand this game sometimes. Okay, at least are we going to be able to do... can we get a Luminous Energy, please? Thank you. Okay, we are okay. Everything is fine. We are okay. I can retreat into the Stunfisk. We can go... I mean, how does math work here? How exactly... how that math doing here? Because I don't think they can get rid of that Mega Oddno unless they have Prime Catcher and they draw into it. So how, again, how does math work? I think we put the Brave Bangle, but I think we also want to have... I think we also want to have maybe an Air Balloon, because then I can do things. If we didn't prize 2 Diplin... oh my god! And this is after the previous game we prized 2 Dynamo, and in the previous game we prized both Iron Hands. This is crazy. This is Crazy Town Banana Pants here. And also, fun fact, the Oddno can't knock out my Stunfisk. Because this card is so good, it can't even knock out a Stunfisk. Alright, again, how does math work? As long as they don't find a switch, we'll be okay. Because they just have the Noctowl like that, because that's fair. Okay, they got no switch card. I don't need the Festival Grounds in play right now. So they're just going to keep Kaleido waltzing. We're going to do 130, so 2... how does... again, okay. How does math work? We're going to be doing 130, so I don't think I want to put the Brave Bangle on the Stunfisk. I want to save the Stunfisk attachment for an Air Balloon if I can, because then I can potentially, you know, knock out the Oddno with a Diplin and then win that way. Thanks, PDCGL. All right, I'm gonna put the Festival Grounds down anyway. We're gonna go Lilies for 8 cards. We're not going to attach to the Stunfisk. Well, maybe we do attach to the Stunfisk. Maybe we do attach to the Stunfisk and have our way with them. Yeah, you know what? Let's go for it. Let's go for it. I knew I put Deluxe Bomb in here for a reason. I knew we put the Deluxe Bomb in here for a reason. Yeah, what's that? You wanna hit into my Stunfisk? I just thought Deluxe Bomb over Maximum Belt, because you don't need the Maximum Belt in this list if everything's going according to plan. Oh my god, they're actually gonna do it. They're actually gonna hit into my Stunfisk and give me 3 free prizes. This is amazing. But yeah, you don't need Maximum Belt. Stunfisk is giving you 100 extra damage. You don't need Maximum Belt. So I was just like, hey, what's a funny aspect we could put in here? They... Why? Why would you do that? Okay, thank you. So I win. So it's actually going to be funny because I'm amazing at this game. Okay. If I go for Fan Rotom KO, they probably just send up the Cornerstone Mask. But I also don't want to lose my Luminous. That's the problem here, is I really don't want to lose Luminous. So actually, let's go PAL Pad. We're going to put in double Lilies. I definitely want... oh, yeah, I mean, the Diplin... I think it's fine putting a Diplin in there. And we'll be okay. Oh, no, because remember, I got Shaymin, so we're fine. I'm not worried about the snipe attack. I think I just go for Iono here. Because we go for Pouncing Trap, we go for Iono, there's the Air Balloon. That's pretty good. They have Boss in hand, well, that's fine. If they want to go for my Shaymin, go for it. They can't knock out my Shaymin this turn. And we have, don't forget that Hydreigon's weak to grass, so that's really cool. But the fun play for the Cornerstone Masked Ogerpon, normally what you play in this deck to deal with Cornerstone Masked Ogerpon is just the Rillaboom. But here, we do really funny thing, and we hit them with Stunfisk, and then we hit them with an Applin. We just spray fluid. But we don't hit them for weakness, which kind of sucks. But yeah, we would just spray fluid here. So in this situation, I don't think I do anything crazy. We just go, yeah, we just get Thwacky Energy. Get an Applin, because there's nothing they can do. I just get Applin. You also, yeah, you have Seeking, which can't do anything. We just go for Applin. And then I have Boss's Orders for game, essentially. So let's attach a Grass to the Shaymin. Thin out a card we don't want in case we get Ionode, which we probably will. So we'll get the Psyduck. And then we will do the Wave, which doesn't, which is a little overkill. But I would imagine they're just going to send up the Cornerstone, let it take a hit, but that's okay. So yeah, they'll just give me the Cornerstone. That's fine. And yeah, fine, whatever. Oh, wait, what? Wait, that's completely wrong. That's wrong on two fronts. That is, wait, I think that's wrong that's wrong 3 different ways. That was wrong 3 different ways. Number 1, Dipplin can't hit into Cornerstone Masked Ogerpon. Number 2, it does not get the 100 damage boost. And number 3, it does not get the weakness because I also wouldn't hit into it. So that was wrong, I think, 3 different ways. So remember a few updates ago, they changed it so the game is worse? Well, they made it even worser. All right, well, yeah, you wanna play this game? Let's play this game. You wanna lose to my double Dipplin deck? There you go. I just absolutely no, what are you doing? I wasn't slow playing. All right, well, that's gonna be in the YouTube video because I just absolutely destroyed a Hydreigon Audino deck that had everything. They got 3 heads, they got the Hydreigon turn 2, and they just got absolutely bodied by Dipplin Festival Ground Stunfisk. And I'm never playing this deck again because that's the only time it's done anything.